Hi Cliff fans and welcome to another one of my 5 minute Cliff album reviews, and today I thought I'd review Cliff at Christmas. It's been a while since I've done one of these reviews, but I thought with the release of Cliff's new Christmas album, Christmas with Cliff, in November, I thought it'd be a good time to review this album, which was his last Christmas album, which, as I say, was released in 2003. The album got to number 9 in the UK charts, but in 2018, it was number 3 in the top 20 best-selling Christmas albums of the 21st century, and it sold 409,000 copies. So an absolutely fantastic result for this album. I absolutely love this album. There was one single released, Santa's List, at the time, and the single got to number 5 in the singles chart, and it was one of Cliff's. I think actually it was Cliff's only single that it got to number 5 in the charts. So that means Cliff he's had a number 1, a number 2, a number 3, a number 4, a number 5, a number 6, a number 7, number 8, number 9, and number 10. But he's never had a 5 until this single. So he's had every position in the top 10 at a peak with some single, and this was finally got to number 5 with Santa's List. Anyway, useless information. But anyway, I'll go through some of the songs on this fantastic Christmas album. It opens with "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas," which was previously the opening track on his Together with Cliff Richard back in 1991. That album was released in 1991, and yeah, it was the opening track of that as well. But it's an absolutely fantastic upbeat version of "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." Follows by Cliff's biggest Christmas song of all time, "Mistletoe and Wine," absolute classic Christmas song. Even if you don't like Cliff for whatever reason, I think some people still love "Mistletoe and Wine," and why not? It's an absolute cracker. It's an absolute classic at this stage. Follows one of the new songs to this album, "Walking in the Air," which is Cliff puts his own stamp of that Alec Jones classic from The Snowman. I absolutely love Cliff's version of this. It's a lot different to Alec Jones's version. And that follows "Little Town," which Cliff has said it's his favourite of all the Christmas songs he's ever recorded. And he wishes it was a bigger hit. He feels like that should have been even bigger than "Mistletoe and Wine." That was his absolute favourite Christmas song. Follows "Mary's Boy Child," which is the only duo on the album. It comes with Helmut Lotti. It's a duo with Helmut Lotti, who's I think he's German. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I think he's a German singer. I think he's quite well known in Germany. Yeah, it wouldn't be my favorite version of "Mary's Boy Child," but I do like it. I don't love it, but I like it. Follows "Christmas is Quiet," which is another new one to this album, and yeah, Cliff had previously sang it in his Gospel According to Cliff concert, which was televised, and he actually presented the song with a different title. He actually called it on that show. He called it "Night of Nights," but on this album it's the same song, but it's called "Christmas is Quiet," and it's an absolute beautiful song. It's one of my mom's favorites of Cliff's Christmas songs. Follows a great upbeat version of "Let It Snow," which is one of my all-time Christmas favorites, by Dean Martin. I love the Dean Martin version. I love the Cliff version as well. I'm not going to say which one I prefer. Follows probably another one of my favorite Christmas singles of all time, "Saviour's Day," which was another big Cliff number 1 back in 1990. I have great childhood memories with from "Saviour's Day." Absolute fantastic song. Follows "White Christmas," beautiful version of "White Christmas." Follows "Silent Night," beautiful as well. Follows the single "Santa's List," as I say, got to number 5 in the British singles chart. Follows "When a Child is Born," which was I absolutely love this version. "When a Child is Born," I always loved the Johnny Mathis original version. But Cliff puts his own stamp again on this one. I absolutely love it. He's actually doing another version of "When a Child is Born" on his up and coming new Christmas album as well. So it'll be interesting to see what way he approaches it this time. Follows "Come to Us," which is probably the most how would you say, religious one on the album, but it's a beautiful song. Followed the Christmas song, which was also featured on the Together with Cliff Richard back in 1991. Absolute great version of that Nat King Cole classic. Cliff's is more upbeat. Another fantastic Christmas single follows with "We Should Be Together," which should have been a bigger hit in my opinion. I think it only got to number. I think it got to number 7. I think it got into the top 10. But it should have been definitely top 5 or even the Christmas number 1 that year, because it was an absolute fantastic Christmas song. "We Should Be Together," very underrated. Followed "Winter Wonderland," which is lovely. It's done in a kind of traditional way, and I absolutely love it. And the album closes with the Millennium Prayer, which was Cliff's big I was going to say Christmas number 1 of 1999. It was number 1 for I think 5 weeks before Christmas week. So if it had been released a week later, it would have been the Christmas number 1, and it also would have been his number 1 in the new millennium. But Cliff has always said they released that one too early, and yeah, maybe that's why he's not releasing the album to the end of the new album until the end of November. He doesn't want to repeat the mistake. But anyway, this album, absolute cracking. This is my go-to Christmas album every year. So I'd love to get in the section below your thoughts on Cliff at Christmas. And I'm sure we all look forward to his new album out on, I think it's the 28th of November this year. Can't wait. I have it pre-ordered. Can't wait to hear it. Cliff at Christmas.